there everybody, it is me, Alexa, and today, on the first day of 2021, we are going to be taking a look at me and Sri's short film, The Virtues of Solitude. Really and truly, if you have not watched the short film yet, go and watch it now. I'm saying this after I finish because I talk way too much and I ruin the short film if it's your first time ever watching it, so go and watch the full film, links in the description below, before watching this reaction. So this film was written, directed, shot, and edited by Sri Kandula. He did have an editing assistant, our friend Evan Morrison, who's extremely talented and wonderful. It stars myself and our good friend Austin Perkins. The music was done by the wonderfully talented Tom Blacksome, and also I was the producer for the film. So I'm gonna be doing this reaction just a little bit differently. I am going to be stopping it throughout to like talk about things. So if you have not seen it yet, make sure to click the link in the description so you can watch it all the way through without my interruptions the first time. I also recommend full screen and headphones in because the sound is really awesome. Tom did a spectacular job. So I'm gonna kind of give like a behind the scenes look, maybe explain some scenes. I don't know, I need to rewatch it. I haven't rewatched it since November because I wanted to wait so I could do like a reaction for you guys where I'm like a little bit away from it again. But I do also want to give some pauses and some behind the scenes, like little insights into how we made it. So yeah, I'll be doing that throughout. I don't know when exactly when we pause. I'll try and do convenient moments, but we'll see. I might just pause it whenever. But yeah, it should be fun. One really important note, and I'm gonna repeat this at the end, this film is on IMDb and Letterboxd, so we would really appreciate if you went and gave it a rating on IMDb, and be honest, give it whatever you feel it deserves, as well as adding it to your diary on Letterboxd if you have it. Yeah, because we both have a lot of love for this film, and just getting more ratings and some more people have watched it would just be incredible. So I'll leave the links to the description here. They're also in the description of the full video, which is also linked to the description, so make sure to go on over, and after you finish watching it, whether through this reaction or on its own, which I'd recommend watching it on its own, then head on over to IMDb and Letterboxd and leave a rating. I would really appreciate it. Now, I thought it'd be fun to wear the shirt that I wore when filming this back in spring of 2019, I think we recorded it. Spring of 2019 was whenever we recorded this. But now all it's done is reminded me how much I've gained in quarantine because the shirt is so tight, I can't lift my arms past here. I cannot. It is so tight. It's okay. I'm just bulking for when I get in super good ripped shape in 2021. That's what 2020 is, right? Oh. Okay. Let's watch. Night Productions. That's me and Sri's film company. We named it after like the angler fish is what the inspiration is. Fish. We like marine life. It's sweet. Spirit is neither born nor does it die at any time. Oh yeah, we'll pause first here. Let's pause right there. Let's pause early. So in this part of it, so the reason that there's that quote there, and we'll talk more at the end, I think, after the full quote's out. So the quote's from the Bhagavad Gita. And so Sri, the kind of conception of this short film, Sri, we're at 25 seconds, I already paused. I promise I won't pause that much. So Sri had a dream, and then he was looking through his like mini Bhagavad Gita that he brought with him to school, and he came across the quote that is split up into 3 parts throughout this. And it kind of helps solidify his idea of like the concept of this short film. And so that really was like the core idea of it. Because I know a lot of people see quotes and they think it's like picked afterwards, like especially in like films, but it was actually one of the core inspirations of it. And then Sri really wanted chapters in the film. He like loves chapters. I also am a big fan of chapters in films and stuff. So he, which is one of the reasons why I liked Parambu, many reasons. But so when making this, he wanted to kind of split it into 3 parts, and that was kind of the idea he had in his head the whole time, but he couldn't figure out how to like naturally split it. And then the quote is actually 3 sentences. So I suggested that we put each part of the quote in each part of the different like 3 segments of the film kind of, and it worked out really well, I thought. So yeah, I'm a big fan of how the quotes fit in, and now let's continue watching. Notice it's on the edge there? Hey, me. Same shirt. It's not gray, it's light blue. Watch really closely in the front right of the screen. shadow movement there. There's a lot of subtle things. Sometimes I miss bangs. That is my eye. This whole thing was shot on an iPhone, by the way. Fun fact. That bang split. Not what I should be saying.
Here.
That jump scare got me the first like 2 times that I watched this, but I've seen it too many times total that no amount of waiting around to react will get me not ready for it, I think. Still makes my heart jump a little though with the sound cues that they did. It's so talented. That was a mixture of Tom and Sri created that sound cue. It works so well. I love that music shift there. Now maybe don't. I still have a fun fact for later. Oh, end of chapter 1. It does not come into being or... We're gonna pause quick again. So one thing about this whole scene, so I'm not wearing glasses in it, and a lot of people have been wearing contacts, but I'm actually not. I'm just don't have my glasses on, so I really can't see like during any of filming of this. I can, because I have quite bad vision, so pretty much anything farther away than like here is really blurry without my glasses on. And so that was a fun added challenge for it. I also have no makeup on in this, just a fun fact. I don't really wear a lot of makeup even in these videos, but in this, so I didn't have my glasses on. And so the section we're about to get into, there's like a little bit of a chase, and I remember we filmed it the first time where Sue was just like, okay, just kind of run from Austin and I'll follow you guys. And I like genuinely, I couldn't see, and I was like and the stacks are like, where we were filming this is like a pretty creepy location. It's like this, there's just rows and rows and rows and rows of books, and it's like floors of it, like it's a lot. And so it's at the library at Penn State. There's a section called the stacks, which a girl was actually murdered in. I believe, I can't remember what year it was, but it was a while ago. It was in the 1900s. But someone was actually murdered there. And so I was like genuinely a little bit freaked out. As I've said before when discussing horror movies, I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to anything scary, like in any capacity. And so I genuinely, like, we had to refilm it because I got too scared, and she was like, okay, you need to calm down. And so we like reshot it in a different way. But yeah, it was rough. Costume. The tall guy. Helps because the stacks are very short. Like even I'm pretty close to the ceiling in some parts. I'm like average height. Kind of got me a little, and my eyebrows up a bit. I forgot that it was that soon. It's always weird seeing yourself on screen, especially I'm like on screen the whole time in this, and it's like a little off-putting. It's tucked over it.
Look at me. Look at me. Shit. Must have already met her. Go find an exit. I'll keep him distracted. And remember, there's still one more of us out there.
I can't convey anger. Like slightly angry as I delivered those. It's like the one emotion. Can't do. That was a really quick one. It is unborn, eternal, permanent, and primeval, whichever way you want to say it. Yes, this is actually a new ending. You know, pause. So, before we go into this ending, so this is actually a new ending. It used to have a different one, which, as we were like re-looking at it to make it public for Halloween, we were like, just doesn't feel like it's quite working. And so Suri, being the genius that he is, came up with this way to re-edit the ending because we obviously couldn't film more or anything. And so he came up with a really smart way to change it where I think this actually works a lot better than the original. All right, now let's watch it. I love the score. Just killed it. Oh, it's one of my favorite shots. Reveal. He knows what he's doing. That's what I actually see. That? No, there's a little bit more. I the new ending so much better. I love these credits too. But I'm gonna let these play. I'll show the full quote too. The score. I love how he edited these credits. Anyways, start talking. I want to listen to the score though. So one thing I'm not going to do, by the way, is I'm not going to be giving an explanation. So this has a few interpretations from it, definitely, and I don't want to try and sway someone to have any sort of thoughts on what they think happened or what they feel this is. So I'm not going to be saying much about that, which means I'm not going to be talking too much more, actually. But great. And so yeah, it's kind of just to talk about the film and behind the scenes and my thoughts on it. Yeah. Go, full quote from the Bhagavad Gita. The spirit is neither born nor does it die at any time. It does not come into being or cease to exist. It is unborn, eternal, permanent, and primeval. Bhagavad Gita. That's the end. That's our short film. I like that short film a lot. it's interesting because it's one that I'm very well aware if I did not work on it, I wouldn't be a huge fan of it. Because as I've discussed to you guys, I'm not a huge fan of like weird horror. So this one's kind of like experimental horror is like the genre that we've described it as. And so it is slightly different, but I'm not a huge fan of experimental films in general. They're not one of my favorites, but being a part of it and like knowing all the emotions and stuff and having played the character, I think also too really helps me like still feel a real connection with it. And like I do like some experimental films if I'm able to connect with them. And so I think that that's why I like this short film so much, despite it not being a typical one that I would necessarily like on its own, like if I just pulled it up on the internet and watched it. But having worked on it and having been such a part of the creation process in all regards, because Sri, like whenever he was coming up with the idea, you know, like he talked it out with me and I like helped a little. It's all him though, really. I like gave a few small suggestions. He's the brains behind all of it. But it was still like a back and forth discussion about the plot and like how we were going to get it filmed and all that, and then playing the character, which came about originally. We didn't really like fully discuss it for a while. Like we'd just been talking about the film and the idea that Sri had for like a week or so, and then we were just talking and we both just kind of came to the agreement that it'd be easier for me to play the role for a lot of reasons. One, I'm free. I had time whenever we were planning on filming it because I was going to be there anyways. And then also, of course, because I know the story so well, I know what he's trying to convey in certain scenes, and it'd just be easier for me to do it instead of trying to explain it all to someone else. It might have been better if someone else did it, like a professional actor or something, but I honestly think I did pretty good. Like I don't think I'm gonna win any awards or anything with that, but I think that I did a good job, which is surprising. I'm normally really hard on myself, but I feel like I did a good job for this film. I just do. So there you go. I'm gonna toot my own horn a little, but it all comes together with Sri's cinematography, the amazing editing behind it. I mean, and the score really, I think, elevates it to being great. Like I genuinely love the score of this. We have a video that's just one of the songs, Eternal, and I have some time just to listen to it. It's so pretty. But yeah, it's hard. I'm trying to not give away anything about what to think about it. I really, my favorite thing to hear about this film is what is your interpretation of it. So please leave me comments down below with what your interpretation of this film is, because it's one of my favorite things to read about, and I think that is so interesting. So really and truly, if you have any sort of interpretation, what do you think it means? Like, what do you think the place is? Like, what's going on? Tell me all of your thoughts down below. I will not confirm nor deny any of them, but I will respond. So let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear people's interpretations of this, or leave them on the short film themselves. That would also work, because you should watch it there first, as I said at the beginning, because I definitely ruined it if this is your first time watching it with my pausing and talking over it and stuff. But yeah, I like this short film a lot. I'm really happy that it's finally out, and I'm excited to see, because one of my 2021 goals is to release another short film, so I'm excited to see what that ends up being this year. We'll have to wait and see. This one though, I mean, I think that no matter what happens, this film's gonna hold like a special place in my heart, you know? And it's one of the reasons why I like it so much, because there's a lot of things in it that I can just connect with and understand, and it's just really a cool thing. I really like it. Alrighty though, I think that is all I have to say about The Virtues of Solitude. If you liked it or didn't like it, make sure to leave it a review or rating down on IMDb and add it to your diary on Letterboxd down below. And if you like this video of my reaction, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because I do a whole bunch of other ones. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all are staying safe out there and have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!